Hello and welcome to Camping Corner. We are going to take a look at the Smarty Jones Stakes. It's on Saturday and it's at Oaklawn Park, and of course it's part of the Derby Trail. One or two of these horses could become major players on the trail. Let's take a look at the field. This race lacks pace, and that could help number one, Kale's Angel. Kale's Angel won the Advent Stakes on this course by 5 3/4 of a length, and I know that was a 5.5 furlong race, but he also has two 1 mile races on his record. He has the Zuma Beach and the Thoroughbred Aftercare, and in the Zuma Beach at Santa Anita on turf, he was fourth by 3 1/4 of a length, so it wasn't too bad. I don't know if he could get 1 mile and 1/16. He's a son of complexity. The pace will be so slow that maybe he could last for a piece. I think he could get second or third, so he's going to be my top four. And let's move on to number two. Number two, Hot Gunner. I don't want to spend too much time on this gelding, and it's never a good sign when I say that. He was fourth in the Clever Trevor Stakes won by Jolly Samurai, and then he lost two straight allowance races on the same course, Remington Park. And if he can't win an allowance race over there, I don't see how he's supposed to win the Smarty Jones Stakes or even finish in the top four. He's not for me. I'm going to skip him. Number three, Optical. I had a hard time deciding what to do with this colt because he had that 14-length maiden win back on September 18, but in his past two starts he was third in the starter allowance, and then he barely won the other one. And I don't know, I don't normally take starter allowance horses that are going into a stakes race. Although this horse was in the Breeders' Futurity, he was pulled up in that race though, so I don't know what to make of that race. And I just don't think he's the horse for me, but I do respect his tactical speed, and I do recognize that Keith Desormeaux sometimes has big long shots that win. I will skip him though. Number four, Bon Temps. This is a maiden, and normally I like maidens in stakes races because it means the connections have confidence in the horse. However, in this case, I feel like Lucas is being overly aggressive with this colt, and he was only fourth by 5.5 lengths in a local maiden race on December 21. It was a 6 furlong race, and maybe he will improve stretching out to a mile 1/16th, but he's not for me. I don't think I could take him off that 4th place finish. I need to see more. Maybe he'll pass tired horses and pick up 4th or 3rd, but I'm not going to use him. Let's move on. Number 5, Mo Quality. Mo Quality won his maiden race on November 23 at Churchill Downs, and I do like the way he won that race, so let's take a look at that race. Mo Quality is 3 wide, and Nick's Glory is 4 wide, and Sea Vista is coming from behind on the outside. Mo Quality does need to work a bit to get rid of Nick's Glory, and I don't think there's a problem with that. Mo Quality is going to separate himself right now, and you can see he's clearing the field. He's up by 3 or 4 lengths at this point. Sea Vista is going to close into that. Sea Vista has some ability. Mo Quality is going to win by a length and a half though. Sea Vista is a good horse. I don't think there's a problem with Sea Vista finishing second or cutting into the lead. I don't see it as Mo Vista having trouble getting the distance or anything. Mo Vista, Mo Quality. And the question is whether he could get a mile 1/16th. From a pedigree standpoint, there's no reason Mo Quality shouldn't get a mile 1/16th. The point to note about his dam line is that the second dam, Revealing Moment, is a full sister to Bel Galante. Who's Bel Galante? We can take a look at Bel Galante's Ecobase page. Now we see that Bel Galante had her best year in 2014, and she won races like the Beldame Stakes, the Delaware Handicap. The specific races aren't important, it's the fact that she was a stakes router that's important. That just means that Revealing Moment has stamina in her blood, and that's a good sign for Mo Quality. And Mo Quality's sire is Motown, which is fine, and Uncle Mo is his grandsire, so I would say that he has route blood on top and bottom. There's no problem there, although he still has to prove it. Mo Quality's going to be my top choice. Maybe they won't bet him because Christopher Davis trains him, and he's not as well known as some other trainers. Mo Quality is my top choice in this race. Let's move on to Hot Property. Number 6, Hot Property. Hot Property took advantage of a slow pace to break his maiden at Fairgrounds. You can see the fractions 24 and change, 49 and change, 114 and change, and he won by 3 3/4 of a length. The runner-up Seattle Road did return to break his maiden. Maybe that's a good sign. What I like most about this colt is the pedigree. The dam Milwaukee Appeal is the same dam for Actress. Actress is the dam for Hit Show, who we know from the Derby Trail last year, and Hit Show is a stakes router. So this colt has route blood on top and bottom. He has Medaglia de Oro on top, and roughly the same family as Hit Show on the bottom. Brad Cox trained, and I'm sure he'll have him more tuned up for this race. I wonder if the trainer will hurt his value though, because bettors tend to bet Brad Cox blindly, especially when he has an impressive maiden winner like this one. and I think that he's gonna probably be the favorite, or second choice at least. And I wonder if that's a good value to take on a horse making his stakes debut on the Derby Trail. With that said, I'm gonna put him in my top 4, and he's the main threat to my top choice, low quality. Number 7, Curvino. Even though I'm not picking this colt, there are some things to like. For example, he won his maiden race over this course on December 15. Although it was only a maiden claimer, he won at the mile 1/16 distance, and maybe I shouldn't be too hard on the fact that it was a claimer, because it was an expensive one, $100,000. And 2 back at Del Mar, even though he only ran 5th in that race. Look at the winner, Journalism. We know that Journalism went on to win the Los Alamitos Futurity, so maybe he was facing good horses. Curvino was probably facing good horses in that Del Mar race. I feel like if I was going to use him, maybe he'd be 3rd in my trifecta, but I don't know if he's going to make my top 4 though. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8, Colt Battle. Colt Battle returns in 3 weeks after winning the Springboard Mile at Remington Park. We can take a look at that race. I guess the connections are trying to strike while the iron is hot, and Colt Battle was hot in this race. He was cutting through the field on the far turn, and you can see him here. I think he's about 6th right now, but he's going to cut through Complex Music, and he's going to be right next to Dominant Spirit as they enter the stretch. Speed King is on the lead, Dr. Ruben M is in 2nd, but Colt Battle is coming. He's going to tip outside of Dr. Ruben, and now he switches to his right lead. Colt Battle is going to have an extra burst right here. Speed King is not stopping, but Colt Battle has his measure, and Colt Battle is going to pull clear by about half a length at the end. I thought it was a nice win. With that said, I did feel he got a setup in the race. 23 and change, 47 and change. I know those don't sound like fast fractions, but I think the fractions work differently at Remington Park. You can see on Breeze they say it was 11 points over par, 12 points over par at 1C and 2C. I don't know if it was that fast, but I think it was on the fast side, and Colt Battle will have to negotiate a slower pace in this situation. Still, I have to respect the fact that he's a stakes winner on the Derby Trail, and I'm going to put him in my top 4. Mo Quality is my top choice in this race. He should use his tactical speed to get good position, and I do expect him to move forward off that Churchill Downs maiden win, but Hot Property is his main challenger, and he could win too, and Kale's Angel could hang on for a piece. And of course, Colt Battle, if there's pace, he could be a contender as well. Colt Battle, Kale's Angel are more underneath horses for me, but Mo Quality is my top choice. Hot Property, I'm afraid of. And those are my choices for the Smarty Jones Stakes at Oaklawn Park. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back soon with another video.